students. Today will cover 193, 194 with respect to function model. So, with revision, so now we have done the basic introduction, architecture, dictionary, and programming. Programming basics are over. Complex data objects like structures and internal tables are completed. Now, the modelization techniques. Macros include subroutines are over. Current topic is function module. So first I introduced function builder, then function group, now function module. Correct? This is the sequence. Now we are into function module. Correct? So in function module, so function module basic introduction example. Even without using import export interface, we can work with this. So that is the interface is optional. Interface is optional. So SC37 like C underscore AVKF module 1, 2, 3, 4. So first 1, 2, 3 was on write statement basic example. And yesterday 1 hour we had discussion on the fundamental pass by reference example. So to avoid confusion, I have written clearly that this is for what import tab. Import tab with pass by reference example. Right. Now, so description mentioned clearly. Go to the import tab. Like here it is, we declared the import declarations here. Okay, these are all called as parameters because all are formal parameters. Yes, these all whatever you declare here, these are all applicable to all related to this function module only because we are already declaring under this function module, isn't it? So now go to yes, this one. So what was our yesterday's example? Basic example was pass by reference, function module pass by reference. So as usual, first function module creation, save, check, activate and test. Once it is working fine, then only we have to go to the SC38. Okay. Always procedure first, that is function module first, then later, okay, in SC38 we can use it. Suppose there are two types of requirements. SAP created many function modules and SAP used in many many programs. Okay, this function module we can use it in executable programs or model wherever you want it. It's functionality. Even fonts also you can call it. Simply that is truly available. We can call it. Okay. Yes, that is because it is a not it's a independent T code. It is a global and central repository. you can, okay, create it and activate. Coming to the, like, once that is completed, yes, SAP modules, even we can use it. We want to use SAP module, suppose in our program. So simple, first you have to search for the relevant function module. Once search is over, you test it. First you have to test the SAP given function module, because how it works. You have to have complete clarity first. Test it whether it is providing proper output or not. Once you are clear with that function module testing, then you can come back and call it, pass the values like that. Whereas if it is our own function module, you have to plan first what are all the import, what are all export and all. First we will do paperwork. Paperwork means documentation, like a document, FS document and TS document based on the planned. So yes, if situation demand, we will create our own function modules also. So because that's the reason you have to have complete knowledge on import export tables. Each tab is option, which one to use, how to use, when to use, what is the impact, all the stuff is required for you. Okay? Right. Now, uh, yes, this is your basic example of using import export and source code tab. Three tabs were used: import declaration, export declaration. In source code, no declaration, directly using of import export variables between function and function. Right. So correct. This is again yesterday's extension theory. Right. Now, what is important here? The data type of actuals and formals must be seen, because of the wrong data type. Okay, this programs lot of function models goes to dump. That is why, see, I said see 37 first, whether you create or SAP create. When you come and calling in the function module calling, yes, there we will pass the value. Suppose this is your N1, N2 type I, import. Yes. So this N1, N2 and RES are declared as a reference. Declared as a reference means passed by reference. So we will keep it. So now SE, yes, please. Okay, everything okay? Are you able to hear me? Right. So now here this particular, okay, one second. Function module is created and we have to activate first, then call it into SE38 program. So here left side I will open the calling program SE38, because here we are using calling called executable program act like a calling program. CAVK underscore program underscore, because this is our standard naming convention function use. function model. Okay. Now, this is your calling function module. Right. So what happens? Yes, I will tell you one example. How do we say that these import export are declared with pass by reference? Because if I come here, I want to give my values. If I give the value here, default value as something like 100, default value as 200. So here it is accepted. But this is okay. It is accepted. But when I try to change the N1 value here, N1 equals to 100. Yes, N2 equals to 100, 200. Now it is giving error. So the reason is N1 cannot be modified. Why? The reason is N1 is declared as a pass by reference. Pass by reference in the sense it is just okay, a copy of, or it is pointing to the address of actuals. So that is, it is declared to import the address of actual, correct? Address of, so that is why you cannot, it doesn't have separate memory at all. We are not supposed to give the values because see, it is very simple. Whatever the calling program sends, it will import and work. Even locally, you cannot modify its value. That's why this is option. Okay, second, N2. N2 is also the same. N2 cannot be modified. Yesterday, I demonstrated in the debugger also. This particular N1, N2, you cannot modify. The reason is, what is the reason? Like it is declared with pass by reference. It is declared with pass by reference. Even RES, RES, sorry, RES, if I give something like 300 suppose. Now this is okay. RES is, it is exporting result value. So result value you can directly hard code it here. A result value you can perform operation result also. So this part you remember it. Okay, clear? Yes. N1, N2. Yes. You cannot declare the values. Yes, you cannot change the imported because this is passed by reference. So it import the values. Even though we are testing, I can take you to this example. Yes. Suppose uh, you can test. When you test, it is giving 0 and 0. 0 plus 0 equals to 0. But I can give 100 as input because we can go back default value. What is the meaning of default value is, suppose I am giving 100 and 200 as the default value. Default value advantage is that activate it. If you test it, see wherever you call this function module, it comes with this default value. It comes with the default value as 100 and 200. Execute, so system is taking the 300, right? System is taking the 300. So this default value, can I modify? Yes, I am modifying the default value. 100 plus 200 equals 310 plus 20 equals to 30. So that is still okay. Default values are just like a, if you provide it or don't provide doesn't matter. But when you call this, suppose if I have 100 to 100, now what happens? Activated. If I go here, calling program, once again, if I call this function module, let us call this function module. What is the advantage of that? C underscore GVK F module 4. If you call it, yes, see, now what happens? Earlier versus now, if you have to observe. If you provide default values in the function module, what happens? Even the exporting itself is also commented out. Exported also commented out. That is, system is giving priority to this one. So importing, however, it is commented. These both are commented. Okay. So the first priority is given to default values. That is, even just if you bring importing and just result, again print result once again, nothing will happen. So two times you will get result value. This is 100 plus 200. Yes. That is 10 plus 20, 30. So this is 50, this is 300. Because the first priority is given to these things. No, I want to change this value, because the advantage of default value is wherever you call it, a system propose with the default values. But can I change the default values? Yes. You are always allowed to change the default value. You can okay, change the default value like this. Okay, suppose default value, I will change it by 110 to 210. Just 110 to 210. Then also here it is what will happen if you go to debugger, you can test this program also. Yes, 110 to 210. So observe it. Actually, earlier the N1 is declared with 100. So the first priority, okay, you have to uncomment, then pass the value. Now you will get 110 plus 210 equals to 320. So how it is working? If you go to debugger, execute debugging, go to our program, desktop 3. This is our program. So here we are passing the direct values, the result. So if it is n1 equals to how much? n1 equals to n1, n1, n2 and RES, right? So result. So you have to observe in debugger, whenever cursor is there, okay, in debugger, this is the debugger view, whatever. In debugger, what happens? If the cursor is there in calling program, if cursor is there in the calling program, what happens? actual parameters, actual parameters can be evaluated in the debugger. Evaluated in debugger. Okay. Next, if the cursor is there in function module, suppose the cursor is there in function module. Now, formal parameters can be evaluated. Okay, evaluated in debugger. These two. That means when you are into calling program, formals are on. Similarly, when cursor is there in the debugger, actuals are on automatically. Okay, right. Now we are passing. Okay, see here it is. 110, 210 values only. Directly see it is going to n1 equals to 110, n2 equals to 210. The result res gets calculated. Res is 210, 310. Res address, result address is same. That's why when res become 320, even result also become 320. Result also become 320. It will be 320 here. Okay. So this is your overall way. So we have to discuss this program here. Like when you are passing actual parameters, you can pass direct values also. Okay. Or okay, three things you can pass it. First, declare the values, assign the values, pass the actual. Otherwise, declare values, get the user input, pass the value. And I don't want to declare at all direct values also. We can pass it. Direct values you can pass it. But there are two, three things you have to observe it. First of all, the number of actuals are three, formals are three. Name all these three are data type integer, those are also integer. But next, if you go to the names can be same or can be different also. Okay. Next, so I can show you one by one. We will discuss this topic today only in depth. So pass by a reference example and as well as pass by value example also. So in case of this, we are suppose if I pass 110 in single quotes, 110 in single quotes, okay. Single quotes are optional because that is numeric literals, right? This is numeric literal. So now here it is, result is 320. So, but you are indirectly passing n1, n2 values. Either you pass by variable through you pass or direct value you pass. It's okay. But by mistake, but you have to be more clear that integer accepts only whole numbers with leading sign. Correct? Yes. So when we pass these values, default values always overwritten. That you remember it. Already default 100, 200 we have there. But priority is always giving to user input value. This one is 110 overrides that 100. 210 overrides 200. So 110 plus 210 is 30. The final result you will get it. Correct? Then next, suppose Some cases we are getting dump. Suppose I want to do A plus B. A plus B gives runtime error. How? So A B. If I try to give A and B, this is error. Okay, of course, even I'll try to give in single quotes. I'm passing, yes, A to A and B values to N1 and N2. So it is okay accepted because you have kept in single quotes. Okay, but this is wrong. Why it is wrong, I will tell you. So this goes to runtime error, I'll tell you. Just execute it. It is runtime error. This type of runtime errors very frequently, very often will get this in SAP. Majority, most of the common error expected while working with function module is this one. What is it? Type conflict error. So what is type conflict? Typing type conflict during function module call. Correct? During function module call. So if you observe, N1 is declared as the integer. So when it is integer, it is ready to accept only numbers, whole numbers with leading. But if you go in a mismatch values, obviously, mm, obviously it gives this type of time. You will get it. Great. Observe it. Call function conflict. Conflict is nothing but what is conflict? It is your type conflict. You take the type conflict. Because generally A plus B you cannot do the A value cannot be passed to integer. That is overall wrong. Even B value you cannot pass it to N2. So if you pass this type of mismatch values, which leads to because system is expecting whether you enter direct value or you accept user or you declare. What are the three ways you pass? But it should be relevant values you have to pass. You pass non-relevant values, finally it leads to CXS5 dynamic call illegal type. These errors we are getting here. So if you scroll down, yes, error at line number 31. So here line number 31. Yes, this call function statement itself is the correct. So now what is the answer for this? If you have debug, go to debug. You can check we have done some changes. So because since it is hard coded, we have to go back and change it only. Then only otherwise, yes. So this is another type of error you have to understand. Yes. Okay, clear. So uh, we will go to one by one. Import tab and export tab. Declare related information. I will start typing because import tab got little bit confusion. What is that confusion is? Same tab can be used, that is import parameters can be declared for both by reference and by value both. So that is the reason we have to have spend the time on import tab only. Right? This is your demonstration is over. Yes. So now I'm going to discuss, okay, first import tab, because first one example only and remaining I'm trying to give the clarity on that. So import tab is used to declare, simply import parameters. Okay, fundamental basic. Import parameters. Yes, we can declare as many import parameters as possible. That is, there is no limitation at all. Yes. Here it is a kind of table control. In import tab you can declare n number of, yes, 1 2 3, but what n1 n2 n3 n4 n5 n6 n7 like that. So make sure that mm, import parameters, okay, import parameters, okay, not duplicate. That is, no duplicate import parameters. That is, you cannot give, suppose if I give n1, once again if I give n1, immediately it gives error, n1 already declared. Define, define. So remove. Then if I convert to n3, now it is no errors found. Even if I enter n2, same error. If I convert to n3 again, then X. So fundamental basic, right? Go back. So right, you want to delete it, you can delete this. Okay, because there are only 5 steps are there. So 5 options. Like first number one, delete. In between you want to insert. Yes. This is your insert, delete. Right? Right. Further position based, you can add a row, you can insert a row, you can delete a row. Then cut, copy, paste. Suppose I want to shuffle the, I want to create a N1 copy. So click on copy. It goes to N1 copy 3 to N3. Yes, yes, N3 inserted into buffer. Now come here and paste. So N3, N1 exactly same. Correct? This way you can copy paste, delete. Next, you have cut paste. N1 can be cut. Cut means remove from the source, then paste it here. Right? So this is your overall basic navigation of these 5 icons. If you go to export tab, 5 icons, changing tab, 5 icons, tables tab, these 5 icons, you will get it. Exceptions, these 5 icons extra. Source code, no, we don't get it. So I explained is this two. So I'm going to reset it back, cut N1, come back and paste it. So automatically it is getting inserted. Okay. So correct, no duplicates. Mhm. Import parameters. Import parameters can be cut slash copy slash paste, and what next? Yes, um, we can cut, copy paste, and we can perform, what is that? Add row means add row at any point of time, delete row. Okay, delete. So these You can do this. All operations we can do it. It is very simple. Okay. Cut means totally remove from the source, move to buffer. Paste means it read from the buffer and it will paste. Copy means a replica duplicate. You can do that. Insert row, that is nothing but this is your insert row delete as per cursor position. This is basic navigation. Okay, navigation within import tab. Not only import tab, export tab, all tabs similar. Because I am going in a very detailed depth manner, you have to know that. Next. So import parameter should be unique, I said. That's okay. So import parameter name generally, yes, import variable name begins with I underscore. Otherwise, import variable can be either I underscore or IV underscore. Yes. Import structure. Import structure name begins with IS underscore. Import, sometimes import table. Import internal table name can begins with IT underscore. So these are all about your overall naming conventions. Okay, it is a good practice. SAP recommends that you can follow these naming conventions. I underscore X, so that no confusion. IT means this is not a internal table. It is a import parameter. Well, import structure, import table. That is your parameter name. So parameter name, yes. What next? Parameter name can be yes. Import parameter name. Import parameter name like may begins with import parameter name may begins with mm, character. Okay, character or special symbol. We will see now. Suppose yes, if I go to like slash n3 accepted, that is so you cannot. It is not accepting. So if you go to underscore n3, that is so that is okay. No syntax error. Underscore at first position is accepted. So we have to see, okay, what are all the special symbols through it is accepted. See, and n3 do not use special like that. Okay, best practice is it is giving that do not use. So now import parameter can be alphanumeric as a best practice. If I start with 1 n 100 something like that. So that is you can rename it. This is it can begin with a number or yes. So it can begin with a special symbol. Uh, first we'll go with this. It could be number or character. You can begin with. Next, import parameter may be declared may consist of consist of like what is that numbers or characters or special symbol. A special symbol, special character, special symbol, underscore we can use it. Yes, special symbol underscore. So I can tell you I will show you this example. Suppose I N IN3. Okay. Rename accepted. I underscore N3. I space 13 if I give, that is giving error. So I underscore N3. I underscore N3 is okay. Accepted. So underscore is recommended. Underscore is recommended to use that. Okay, clear? That is your overall import parameters. Import all those, correct? Now we will go back to the this is about your import. Then go to next. You can delete this. It can be up to some, what is the maximum length? I don't know. It could be 30 parameters, 30 characters like that. Next. So typing. Typing followed by what? Type and type ref. So type followed by data type, type ref to followed by object reference. Yes. Okay. So typing can be, it is every option we have to explore, I said. So typing means it can be, yes. Oh, so this is not only for import. Once we declare for discuss for one tab, same rules applicable for typing can be type ref to or okay, it can be type, yes, it is type or type ref. Simple. It can be type or type ref. Both. So the rule is, there's a rule you have to know. If we are declaring, that is overall, you have to write this statement first. What is the meaning of this is import, yes, import parameters can be declared with type addition or type ref to addition. Type addition or type ref to addition. Correct? So if it is, if import parameter is declared by type addition, type followed by type followed by associated type. Associated type is nothing but normal, your predefined data type or predefined data type or global data type. Data types you can use, but whereas type ref to type type ref to is nothing but type ref to followed by yes, like class or interface. The two global class or global interface. Global class or global interface. Right. Global interface. That is your overall type ref. So we have to see these declarations, all these declarations, right? So because type ref is used in object oriented case. Okay, fine. So in this F4, you will find it type followed by associated type. So if you take type here, system is showing associated type. If I take type ref2, yes, enter. Here it is in this operand position. You have to use the global class. So in this F4, you have to go for either class or interface. We have to do it. Okay, that way we'll come back. So one by one. Then associated type. But you cannot keep this as a blank. Okay, even this data type is blank. It is default type C. It will take, but we will go with type I. Suppose after N1, N2, I give some gap here. If I write N5, I declared it N5 type I suppose. Yes. Even though without type addition also accepted. Yes. The type addition is optional. System default considered as a data type C. Yes. So providing type or type ref2 is also optional. Optional means it is not mandatory. Then what will happen? System hmm, considers uh, import parameter as char data type, character data type. That is about your basic thing. Type and typing, right? So I am going to remove it because all type of explore we have to. So what I did, I just typed somewhere here N5 at the last. I in between gaps I gave it. Immediately it is okay. N5, yes, already there. N6. If I enter, automatically it will system is responsible to remove these gaps. It will keep it as a adjacent. Okay, that is SAP takes care. Suppose if you have this way number one, number two, like that. You want to remove the remove this this one like import parameter. Suppose remove backspace through remove or deletion through remove is not the right way to remove. Yes, that is important. Suppose if you go to cursor here, delete button through also you can remove like this. But this approach doesn't work. See here it is again accepted. Rename is accepted. Okay. Yes. You can always rename also. It will ask for rename. All right. Sometimes you will get a copy of N1 also you will get it. This is also correct. So you should not confuse that. N1 is different, copy of N1 is different. So if you want to remove, don't remove by manually. You have to remove. This is a table control actually. This is not the program where you want to use backspace or delete button. You have to remove the entire row. That is the way you can, by deleting row, import parameters can be deleted. Yes, totally deleted. Delete means this data type, everything can be removed by default. Because insert, again you want to insert wherever cursor position based, yes, that can be insert. Clear? Because that's also everything is important. Yes, you have to know about it. Yes, import parameters can be inserted or deleted, okay, using the icon. Inserted or deleted. That is basically cursor position based, right? Cursor position based. It can be inserted or deleted using icon. Okay, yes, respective icons. This is the navigation. Come back. Then associate type is very, very important. Okay. So we can use all associated type can be, yes, associated type can be, yes, that is formal parameter can be declared, can be any predefined data type. Predefined data type in the sense your predefined data type is nothing but like integer, float, packed, etc. So if I come here, I is accepted, F, F is accepted, P is accepted, IFP int, float, packed, C accepted, yes, incomplete type, that's okay. 100. When we give default values, type C is wrong. This type of issues we are getting, so remove it. Yes. Now, so go back to, yes, now it is accepted, correct? Int, then go to number, sorry, CNDT. D is okay, T is okay, because so that is CNDT. All, suppose if I give Z, immediately Z is not a predefined type. Z does not exist. That is type followed by predefined. Predefined type Z is not. But if I convert into any one of the allowed CNDT or IFP, then this is again reset. Okay, clear? That's about your first predefined type. Then next, suppose if I declare uh, types under local declaration types tnum, suppose tnum type I. So I want to declare this tnum here. No, it is not accepted. Tnum is unknown. Tnum is unknown because the declarations within source code cannot be used in the under associated type. Right? Because first of all, yeah, this is important. Okay, got it. When you declare something between function and function that is valid within the end function, you can use it. But because when control comes to the source code tab is after executing all this result, so control comes to source, right? So that is why we have to, yes, import parameter cannot use the associated type declared in source code. You cannot use it. But what else? So predefined over local types you cannot use now. Then only the remaining is global type. Global means dictionary. In dictionary, what is possible? In dictionary, you can use data element. So we can use data element. Yes. Any data element we can use it. Yes. It can be dictionary built-in or custom dictionary data element. Any data element we can use it. Yes, but not domain. Example, like I have N3 type INT4. INT4 is a one of the data element. 4-byte signed integer. Double click. Yes, it will take you to yes, data element. You can use it. This approach. Clear? Suppose int 5, if I use immediately, it gives error that int 5 does not exist in the dictionary. Okay. So int 2 is there still in SC11. That's okay. Int 2 is there. Correct? That is you are allowed to use only the what is that? Only whatever the data elements, even G data element also we can use this. Clear? Integer int 4 over. Automatic description came from dictionary. Right. What next? So structure. So structure is there. What is the meaning of structure? Suppose here we are going to write date, type SY datum, SY datum or SYST datum. Accept. So now double click on SY datum. Yes, correct. Yes, it went to SYST datum. That is, this is 8. Now the date also become 8. When int 4 is, it is character 8. Sorry, int 4 is length 10. Obviously, this is also output length 10 only, you will get it. Okay, as this. Okay, 4 bytes. So you are getting the data type and length from the dictionary. You can use it. SY is okay. SYST also okay. SYST hyphen. So, okay. So you can refer to any one of the structure components. Structures are two types, built-in structure or our own structure. The only simple in SC11, if it is actively available, you can refer to that. That is your fundamental. So, yes, it can be what is that import parameters can be declared with predefined type or dictionary data element, or it can be dictionary structure component. Structure component. But can I use only the structure? Only structure? Also okay. Yes. But now at that time it will become a kind of work area or structure. Because you are referring to what? You are referring to a component, structure or structure component. Okay. Because when we refer to the structure is, if you want to declare a variable, go for referring or creating by using this structure component. You want to declare one import structure by using global structure? Yes. IS type SYST. This is the best practice. So IS SYST type SYST. That is best one. But in date point of view, always datum. Right? This is the way import variable. So even you can declare I underscore date, right? Rename. Okay. So this is, and moreover, when you start declaring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there is no number here. How many are? And even there is no filter criteria is also. If you want to reach out, suppose N3, there are 100 can reach out to N3 directly. Cursor string not found. So if you want cursor is there, if there are hundreds of import parameters are there, I want to go to N3 in this because this search criteria generally it is not working. So string not found because this vernacular search is different. In the class builder, these facilities are there. You can search for a method quickly or attribute quickly. There is binoculars inside is not given. These are all global for it will search in the entire all tabs everywhere it will because this is all tabs above. Okay. So when we add this five import parameters, system started writing yes. The function group is responsible to declare like this a reference of with default value optional etc etc. See that is system automatically writing those things correct. Then if you go back to the like 1 minute let's go to second